For the 23rd time in school history and the second year in a row, the Decorah girls cross country team is heading to Fort Dodge this time of year. They finished second at the Waverly State Qualifier on Wednesday afternoon, and they will be heading to the state cross country meet. Head coach Cristy Nimrod joining us. And Cristy, what has made this a successful and a fun group to be around?
We have incredible senior leadership. So that's a big part of it, setting things up in the summer, team bonding wise, being involved, helping things. But really, it's been growth with the kids. We have 5 sophomore freshmen who are leading our top 5, followed by a junior and a senior. So it's been really a growth year, learning what you can do and starting to trust the system.
And when you talk about the team bonding, the team growth, I'd imagine the way you guys do things, you're talking a lot more than just the 7 that will toe the line next Friday, correct?
Oh, for sure. You never know at the beginning of the season what's going to happen by the end of the season. Lily Sandhorse getting hurt, who we expected to be a varsity runner. So things are changing pretty fast. But all summer long, we do a couple runs a week, and the majority of the kids show up pretty regularly. So there's a lot of time to get to know each other. By the first day of school, we want our freshmen to know everybody on the team. So when they walk down the hall, they feel comfortable here. And our kids just do an awesome job with that.
And you talked about the senior leadership, but only one senior was running on Saturday. How important was those other kids that weren't in the varsity lineup at the state qualifier in setting the tone for this team to be successful?
Oh, for sure. They started that early summer for sure, but all the time. We have 2 that got injured toward the end of the season, and they've been at practice every day since conference got over. So they are still providing leadership and doing great things for us.
And you went and raced at Waverly. Of course, you're familiar with over the years. What was key to having success in a talented field on Wednesday afternoon?
Trust. They had to trust in their training. They had to trust in each other. They had to pack it up. They had to push each other. And they did that. Not super concerned with the order of finish, but concerned with competing the whole way through. And they really did that. In that last 800 meters, they were passing people as they came in. It was fun to see that focus on their eyes the whole time.
And 5 of your 7 runners on Wednesday afternoon were freshmen or sophomores. There, you can talk about buying into the process. You can talk about what it takes to be successful to the first and the second year runners. There is the process of them going out and doing that. How were they able to do so?
We talked about truths a lot and how truth is we're in really good shape. Truth is we've worked really hard. Truth is we care about our team members, and they bought into that. And when things get hard, they go back to those truths, the things that they know for sure are there, and that helps support them as they go on.
And you have 3 runners that ran on Wednesday that did run at the state meet a year ago, and Olivia Volkman, Brinley Courtney, and Amelia Wadsworth. Are you going to rely on them a little bit to set the tone over the next week and a half?
For sure. Their knowledge, we looked through the course yesterday, and them being able to talk through the course was awesome. You know, here is something, and we have hills and we have flats and we have speed and we have tunnels and we have all of this. So their knowledge of the course is a helpful thing for the people who haven't been there before.
And last year, you guys were the second to last race at the state cross country meet, and I believe you're going to be the first race on Friday this year. How are you going to manage the logistics of getting out there and getting race ready on Friday morning?
We love to run in the morning. We practice every Friday morning, so that seems normal to us. We know that warm-ups have to be a little different to get the body ready, but we'll stay in Webster City on Thursday night, which gives us bus time, so it's more normal. We wake up, we do that, and then we get to the course and perform the best that we can on that day.
For the runs that will be running at state for the first time, can you treat the state meet like a normal meet, or How much of it is getting them to embrace the moment and appreciating the fact that they earn the right to get there?
We talk about that also. It is a meet. It's still a 5K. That doesn't change. It's not suddenly a 6K or something like that. It's not something that we haven't done before. It's in a place we haven't been. But we also run some big meets during the year. The Luther All-American is similar to state. You have really quality teams. You have a lot of people there. You have a lot of energy there. It's run in the morning. So we have some experience doing that. So is it just another meet? Probably not. Do we treat it just like every other meet? Our warm-ups will look just like they do any other time. Our eating will be just like it is any other time. So yes and no.
And as you get ready for next Friday, I know I always got in trouble asking this question to Coach Landis back in the day. What's the key to having success? He'd always say left, right, left, right. But what's the key to putting your best foot forward and having as good of a day as you possibly can next Friday?
The girls went through and set some goals again. We did this before state qualifying and then yesterday again for state. And if they follow those things that they talked about, success will happen. And we can't control what other teams do. We're not going to beat Pella, right? There's things that are completely out of our control, but we can control how we perform ourselves. And the performances that we do will be at very high quality. I'm not concerned about that at all.
And you touched previously on speaking truce when goal setting for a state meet. How important is that?
Well, you need to have something to work toward, right? You need to know what you're trying to do. We don't talk about necessarily the outcomes. We talk about how we get there, the performance of what we're doing or what we need to do daily or each practice or whatever it is. It's a long time till we run. We don't want to think about just cross country between now and next Friday. They have tryouts for music tomorrow. They have variety show practice. They have all this stuff on top of school. So we want them to enjoy each thing that they're at. But when they're with us, our expectation is that they are committed to what we're doing and performing at a high level every time we see them.
All right, Coach, congrats on getting to another state meet, second year in a row, 23rd time in history, and I believe it's the 19th time or the 18th time since a four-class system was instituted in 2003. Congrats on a great season to this point. Best of luck to you as you get ready for Fort Dodge next week.
Thanks. It's been a great season, and I want to say how much I appreciate not only the girls that are on our team and how supportive they are, but how supportive our community is. Our parents are great. There were people at our meets that don't have a kid on our team, but they're still there supporting. So this community does a great job of supporting cross country in Decorah.
And that support is well deserved because it's historically one of the best programs in the state. Cristy Nimrod, head coach of the Decorah girls, as they get set for the state cross country meet next Friday.